into the Indian batting lineup today. The 16-year-old Sachin Tendulkar left out of the game against Australia on Saturday. And the testing time for him.
And he does have a run finally, Tendulkar. And he'll feel better for that. It's marked end of 33. Well, that's a good ball. Swinging Yorker, and they both at one end. It's got to be a run out. The youngster said nothing. Azhar said, let's go. And the captain keeps going.
Well, absolute tragedy for India. Azhar hits a very full-length delivery. In fact, it was Yorker length to mid-on. Takes off for the single. Young Tendulkar just sat on his back there. And Azhar leaves the park and leaves Tendulkar to bat on.
At the bowler's end, as Kapil Dev comes out, that's a major blow for New Zealand. Azhar was the man who could really have lifted that total. Gets a single this time, gets his first run. 14 overs left in the Indian innings. Hadlee to Tendulkar. Beautifully driven. That's a magnificent shot. 4 runs.
Lovely shot from Tendulkar. That's the way to play it. Straight back, straight down the ground. Right up to him, and he hit it straight back.
Tendulkar heaving away through mid-wicket. Great backs is chasing, but it's well struck. So Gavin Larson now to start his 9th over. Tendulkar slogging. It's in the air. Jones is racing around after it. And good fielding by Andrew Jones. That's it down to 2. Tendulkar really charging Larson. Here he comes again. Oh, that really was humming. That's 4.
That was a superb shot, really. That was the shot of a batsman who's been around for a heck of a long time and is prepared to come down the pitch, meet the medium pacer on the half volley and just bump it back past him. That would have been a miracle if Gavin Larson could have got a hand on it.
Tendulkar now. Oh, he's lobbed this. That's a clever shot. He just held back and just lobbed it over Martin Crowe and short of Danny Morrison.
Clever shot as long as he didn't try and take 2 for it. You've always got the feeling that Tendulkar is just a little bit buoyed up by the occasion and he's carrying on through emotion rather than from the cold realism of technique. But of course, he's an inexperienced good player.
Kapil Dev adding a bit of sanity to the batting, and that's a lovely shot. That's down to the bench for 4. So India
with 2 fours and 3 other runs taken from it. And Larson still with 2 balls to go. And remember that Larson has bowled very well. Kapil Dev just seemed there that...
Big hit. Going safely. And it's past Jones away to the fence for 4 more.
Well, if you're young and you're brave, you deserve to succeed. That was hit over the head of Martin Crowe, who's at fairly deep mid-on, and into the area which was totally unprotected. But really, Tendulkar is just blazing on his emotion now. He's a lovely player, but he's just going for it, calming him down, keeping him cool.
Tendulkar's 36, facing Thompson. Charges again.
He's going to keep him cool.
Big edge. Ian Smith takes the catch. Graham Collins didn't even bother to put his finger up. Tendulkar knew he'd got the edge. Straight through to Smith. And Tendulkar carried on. The inexperience of Tendulkar.
He's about 14. I think he played first-class cricket at about 15. So he was known around the traps in Bombay for a long, long while before he came through. And his maturity at that age was quite extraordinary. He was wonderfully talented, beautiful technique. I think perhaps he even had a better technique then than he does now. And he just could play every shot in the book. He used a bat which was about 3 pound, had about 5 grips on it. And there's this tiny little fella picking up this hugely heavy bat and belting it around. He was a magnificent player even at that age, and everyone knew he was going to be a champion.
All players go through that initial phase in your career where you're inexperienced, perhaps a little bit immature, don't perhaps quite understand the requirements of what's necessary to be a quality international player. But I think we all know now that Sachin Tendulkar next to Bradman is going to be perhaps the best ever. and he'll break all batting records as far as runs scored in Test cricket, runs scored in one-day cricket, Test hundreds, one-day hundreds, Test 50s, one-day 50s. So he'll break all those batting records, and you know, a real joy to watch. Sheer skill, can play all around the wicket, play all sorts of innings, open the innings, bat in the top 3, 4. So a little genius. You don't use that word very often.
The inexperience of Tendulkar costing India another wicket.
Well, a brave effort from him, but really he should have realised that there's still 9 overs and a couple of balls to go, and that was more like a 48 over rather than a 40 over slog.